Hello Arvind,
Hi.
another day, another great game. So before we start the game, could you please tell us who you were playing against and what was your preparation?
I played against the Vietnamese Grandmaster Nguyen of ELO 2380. So he usually plays, previous tournaments he played E4 knight f3 stuffs. But previously he was playing d4 as well, so I was prepared for d4 as well. And here, as expected, he played d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, Grunfeld. So he usually plays knight f3, bishop g7, bishop g5, but here he went for the main line, knight d5, e4, knight c3, bc3, bishop g7, queen a4 check, knight d7, knight f3, c5, queen a3. So here I just castled. Bishop e2. I think bishop e2 was a kind of inaccuracy because here straight away I can't play knight f6 because of e5. I can't play knight d5 because of queen c5. I'm losing a pawn. So knight d7, but e6 I was scared of e6 because I'm not sure e6 is correct or not, but e6 is a kind of dangerous. So I took on d4 first, and then I played knight f6. So if bishop would have been on d3, then this plan is simply a waste. And so I guess bishop e2 is an inaggressive because here he can't play bishop t3. He has lost a tempo as well, and I am getting bishop g4. So after bishop g4, black is already better, I guess. So he must have played something like queen e3 or queen d3. He can't play e5 because of knight d5, and black is doing pretty fine. So he played bishop g5, which is also interesting. I took on e4, took on e7. I played queen d5. I didn't play queen b6 because bishop f8 and black is better, sure. But castle was troubling me. So I have to play rook e8 and something like rook b1, rook b1, rook c1. These plans are kind of disturbing. So I played queen d5. He can take on f8, but this is an interesting position. He can't play queen b3 because of queen f8 check, king f1 is forced, and bishop g4, and black has, I think it's black has some good chances to win this position. So queen a4 again. He can't play queen a4 as well because of something like bishop t7, knight c3 plans. So he must have played queen d3 or queen e3. I was taking on bishop b4, king f1, and I think the h1 rook is tied up. So black's pieces are very much active. So I thought this will be quite okay for black, but he didn't take my rook on f8. Instead, he just castled. So rook e8, rook c1. Here is an interesting position. So I was first I wanted to play b5 straight away because b5 I think bishop c4 is not. I just want to prevent bishop c4 with b5, and future a6 bishop b7. I think black should have been fine, but here knight d6. I play knight d6. It's an interesting move. Like he can't take on d6 because e2 bishop is hanging. So rook c5 is also not working because of queen e6, and he has to take it. So queen d6 again, I will take on d6 and play rook e2. So here he played a very good move, rook c7. So here when I play knight d6, I was calculating knight b5 and I thought black could be fine, but I played knight b5. I missed queen c5. I'm not sure whether queen c5 in this position works or not. So queen c5 I was just planning queen d3. So here he can't push d5. d5 is a blunder because of b6, queen c6 and bishop a6. So this rook is being hunted. So rook e1, bishop c3, rook c1, bishop b2. I'm sorry, rook e1 I'll just play bishop p5. I have this repetition. So I thought it's not a big deal, but here I missed this knight e5. Knight e5 looks really dangerous, so I'm not sure how to continue. So queen c5 I was calculating, but he played knight g5, which is also equally strong. So knight g5, here I had queen b6, queen d5 and queen f5, three choices. So queen b6 met with queen c5. So I have to exchange the queen, and white is slightly better, I guess. So queen d5 again, same problem. Queen c5, I can't take on d4 because of knight into f7. So king f7 is met with bishop f8 check. So if I take c5, he'll just take it back, bishop into c5, and this knight is super strong. So I had no other go other than playing this queen f5. So here if he plays queen c5, I was calculating h6, knight f3 and b6. I think black should be slightly better after this. But he didn't play queen c5, he played queen d6. So his pieces are really strong, but at the same time they are kind of loose as well. So that's what costed him the game at last. So he played queen d6. So yeah, h6, kicking the knight, knight f3. So for knight f3, I offered queen trade. So I think here he must have exchanged my queen. Queen a3, he played queen a3, which I feel is not so strong. I played queen d5. Now we can't play queen c5 because of queen into a2. A2 pawn is hanging and knight is on f3, so knight f7 is not a big deal here. So for queen d5, he played rook b1. Here I was calculating bishop f5 straight away. So okay, I could have played bishop f5 straight away, but this was troubling me. I was not sure how to continue after this. So I can't play b6 as well because of rook into a7. Okay, still the position is equal, but time trouble, so anything can happen. So first I played a6. Next my idea is to just play b5, and here he played another good move, b6. So again the pieces are loose, so he must be very careful. So I played bishop g4 here because I had no other go. I have to develop this bishop and bring my rook to the game. So rook into b7. Here I played a pretty decent move, rook a b8. So rook a b8 is an important move here because if I exchange the queen, if I trade the queen now, these two rooks in the 7th rank will definitely be dangerous. So I have to exchange one of the rooks, and with double bishop advantage, I think black is slightly better. So he must have taken the rook. But here he started messing up things, like he played queen b3. I played rook into b7. He can't take on d5 because of rook b1 back rank mate. So here his only move was to take with the queen. If he takes with the queen, I will just play something like queen into a2, and yeah, black has pretty good chances here. I have an outside pass upon here, and this king is kind of weak. I have two strong bishops, and the rook will zoop in if bishop moves from e7. So this was very sense. So he blundered with rook into b7. I guess he missed queen e4. So after queen e4, like this piece is hanging, so I have to defend this piece. So bishop can't go to d6, e5 or a3 because of this queen e1, which is little. And to guard this guy, he can't play bishop b4 as well because of queen into b7. So finally, these hanging pieces has costed him the game. So I thought queen b4 was a one-day defense, but still I have a5, and still I'm winning. So he can't play queen a3 because his rook is hanging. So h3 here, no other go. Bishop at f3. Yeah, so I have already won a piece. So here he just played bishop c5. I think he missed queen into b7. I played just queen into b7 and he resigned.
I mean, excellent game, full of tactics. I mean, whenever I was moving around and I saw that bishop on e7, I was thinking that if I had to play this position, I would have thought of a plan to get rid of it. Was the bishop, because it
yeah,
was,
the bishop was really strong. It was yes. He was just masking the e file. So
exactly.
But I think that bishop on e7 was the one which costed him the game as well.
Right.
So yeah, it was obviously a very like great game actually, but somehow I managed to win because of the loose pieces on b7, e7 and both the rooks were.
Right, we have 2 rounds remaining, and I am sure that those 2 rounds are very important for you, as you are on a streak of winning, and with a higher performance rating you have a chance to score a norm. So I won't take much of your time. Wishing you all the very best for the next rounds. We'll see you later.
Thank you.